Hello, my dear students, class 6th. How are all of you doing? I hope all are fine, healthy at your homes, safe at your homes. Students, myself Vinita, your maths teacher. Once again, I am here with you to give you some more knowledge to run some more chapters of our NCERT book mathematics. So, students, I would like to tell you that as you know that we have completed two chapters till now of mathematics NCERT book. The first chapter we have completed, that was the knowing our numbers from your mathematics NCERT book of class 6, and that chapter we have also done assignment 1 and assignment 2. And in the next proceeding on the next chapter we have done, that was whole numbers, and in whole numbers you have made video assignments. And I would like to mention this, that the assignments given by you, the video assignments given by you, were very good, very nice. Big appreciation to all of you, and dedication and the hard work you have put to make the videos. A very big thanks to all of you for doing such a great job, students. And the videos you make were very good, very nice, and the content you shared in a very good way. And I hope that making these video assignments would have helped you to make your knowledge more deeper, more faster. And the contents you have shared with us in the video, I hope you will never ever forget those contents, because the thing we teach to others, the thing which we give inner knowledge to others, we never forget that. So I hope in somehow those video assignments would have helped you a lot, and will be come up with flying colors for all of you. So now I would like to tell you that now I'm going to start the next chapter of your mathematics NCERT book. That chapter is sixth chapter, and the name of the chapter is integers. Maybe some of you would be thinking that why I am jumping directly to chapter 6 after chapter number 2. There is a big reason, students, for this, because these are in a link with the two chapters we have done previously. So, students, I would like to tell you something about integers. Integers are also a part of numbers. The numbers we studied in the chapter 1, the numbers we studied in the chapter 2, this integers are also a part of those numbers, means it is also a category of numbers like natural numbers, like whole numbers. So let us recall that what were the natural numbers and what were the whole numbers. So dear students, natural numbers were those numbers which were starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, moving on, so on, 10, 11, 20, and so on. They goes on up to infinity. These numbers were known as the natural numbers. And proceeding on to the whole numbers, what were the whole numbers? Whole numbers were those numbers which starts from 0 and goes on, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and moving on like this, they goes up to infinity. So natural numbers, the starting from 1, and the whole numbers, the starting from 0. So what was the common thing between natural numbers and whole numbers? That all the numbers that start from 1 and goes up to infinity are included also in natural numbers and are also included in whole numbers. But the difference between natural numbers and whole numbers was this one digit, 0. 0 was the difference between natural numbers and whole numbers, which I have told you very well in the previous chapter also. So 0 is not included in natural numbers and 0 is included in whole numbers. So this is the major difference between them. Otherwise there is no difference between natural numbers and whole numbers apart from 0. Now coming to our topic, that is integers, that what the integers are. If you will notice, then you will find that in natural numbers and whole numbers there is one more common thing, and that common thing is that we have all positive numbers in natural numbers and whole numbers. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, when we moves in the numbers from starting from 1 and moving on up to infinity, we get all positive numbers. So what about the numbers which are not positive? Suppose when you are subtracting 5 and 6, means you are subtracting 6 from 5, then what you are getting? You are getting minus of 1. When you are subtracting 7 from 5, what you are getting? You are getting minus of 2. When you are subtracting 8 from 5, then you get minus 3. 5 minus 8 is minus 3, means we are getting these kind of numbers: 1 minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4 minus 5. These kind of numbers, where we will put them? What will be the name? What will be the category for these numbers in number system? So that category is the category of integers. Means integers is a type of number. Integer is a category of number in which we include the negative numbers also: minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 10, minus 50, minus 100, means all negative numbers. All negative numbers are included in integers. But along with it, one more important thing: it doesn't mean that negative numbers are included in integers, then positive numbers are not included in integers. No, this assumption is wrong. Integer is a category of number which includes negative and positive, both kind of numbers. So the numbers which are natural numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, the numbers which are whole numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the numbers which are negative like minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, all these categories are included in integers. It means what? It means in integers we include positive numbers and negative numbers both. So if I ask you that in the category of integers, which numbers you will write? Suppose this is the circle representing the set of integers. So which numbers we will write in integers? We will write all the numbers, all the positive numbers starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on infinity. We will also include 0 in integers because whole numbers are also included in integers. And apart from these natural numbers and whole numbers, the numbers minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, all the negative numbers will also be included. So dear students, integer is a type, or integer is a category of number in which all positive numbers, all negative numbers, and 0 is included. So please keep this in mind always, that integer is the third category of number which comes after the whole numbers, and in integers we include all the positive numbers, all the negative numbers, and 0 is also included in the integers. Now the point is that how do we write the integers? Which kind of presentation do we use for integers? Have a look at this picture. What do you observe in this picture? You observe that there is a yellow circle in which we have written integers, right? This is the yellow circle, and the circle in which we have written whole numbers is included in integers, and the circle in which we have written natural numbers is also included in integers. So it means what? It means that integers includes in it the all natural numbers and the whole numbers also. So integers is a set which has all natural numbers in it, which has all whole numbers in it, and which has all negative numbers in it also in short, we can say that all positive and all negative numbers and 0 is included in integers. As I have told you earlier also, that for every set of numbers, like the set of natural numbers, we use a notation that is capital N. Capital N represents what? Capital N represents the set of natural numbers, right? And the capital W, what does it represent? It represents the set of whole numbers, right? In the same way, for integers also we are having a notation, and that notation is Z. Capital of Z. Capital Z is a letter which we use to represent the set of integers. So, wherever you find written capital Z in context of numbers, then this will represent integers. I think now we are very much clear with the name of our topic, integers. And the what is the objective to study the integers? The objective is very clear, that in mathematics we come along lots of situation where we need the numbers which are not positive, means we deal with the negative numbers. In the previous chapter also would have seen the situation, like when we apply some properties for the subtraction, then we get negative numbers. So the objective to study integers, that there are so many situations in mathematics, in our practical life also, where we are dealing with negative numbers. So integers are going to help us to deal with those situations in mathematics in our practical life also. Now, one more important thing I would like to tell about integers, or you can say about negative numbers especially. Integers include positive numbers and 0 also, and also negative numbers. But one important thing I am going to tell you about in negative numbers is that in negative numbers, the number which is as much bigger, actually that is as much smaller. Very confusing line for you. So what I mean to say, that when we write positive numbers, we write as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But when we write negative numbers, we don't write like this. Because I have also told you in the previous video that while moving from right to while moving from left to right, while moving towards right, the numbers are written in an increasing order, and while moving from right to left, the numbers are in a decreasing order. Like we are moving this way, then what is first? 4. Then what is next? 3. Then what is next? 2. Then what is next? 1. Then what is next? 0. So it means numbers are decreasing. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. When we are moving from right to left, moving towards left, number are decreasing, and moving towards right, like 0 to 1 increasing, 1 to 2 increasing, 2 to 3 increasing, 3 to 4 increasing. Means while we are moving towards right, the numbers are increasing, while we are moving towards left, the numbers are decreasing. This is a common sense which is used while representing the numbers even on the number line. And the same concept is used regarding negative numbers also. But the thing about the negative number is like this, that negative numbers are written in this way: -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0. And the reason behind this, that in negative numbers, the number which is more bigger is considered to be more smaller, like -5 and -4. If we will compare -5 and -4, then we will find that -5 is smaller than minus of 4. -5 is less than minus of 4. Why? Because the concept of negative number says that a negative number, the number which is as much bigger, is considered to be as much smaller. just opposite of the case of positive number. In positive number, 5 is bigger and 4 is smaller, but in negative number, minus 5 is smaller and minus 4 is bigger. Minus 4 is smaller and minus 3 is bigger. Minus 3 is smaller and minus 2 is bigger. Like if I ask you that between minus 10 and minus 9, which is bigger and which is smaller, then your answer will be that minus 10 is smaller than minus of 9. And in minus 9 and minus 8, because minus 9 plus of 9 is bigger than 8, but because of negative sign, minus of 9 is smaller than minus of 8. Minus of 8 is smaller than minus of 7. Minus of 7 is smaller than minus of 6. Minus of 6 is smaller than minus of 5. So what we are saying, that how do we write the negative number? Minus 9, minus 8, minus 7, minus 6. Now if I ask you that if this order is increasing or decreasing, that what will be your answer? Smaller, bigger, bigger, bigger means moving towards right side, the number are increasing, because minus 8 is bigger than minus of 9, minus 7 is bigger than minus of 8, minus 6 is bigger than minus of 7. It means the numbers are in increasing order. So that is the reason we say that in negative numbers, the number which is as much big is considered to be as much smaller. Let's make it more clear. If I ask you that between 500 and 5, which is bigger and which is smaller, then you will say that 5 is bigger, or sorry, 500 is bigger and 5 is smaller, because they are positive numbers. And in the case of negative numbers, just opposite. The number which is as much bigger is considered to be as much smaller. So minus of 5 is the bigger number and minus of 500 is the smaller number. By what reason? The reason is that in negative numbers, the number is as much bigger is considered to be as much smaller. I am repeating this line again and again because it's very important in the case of integers. In the case of negative numbers, the number which is as much big is considered to be as much smaller. If I ask you that between minus of 55 and minus of 5, which is bigger, then minus of 5 is bigger and minus of 55 is smaller. So as you can see here, that we are representing the integers on number line. Understanding of the concept of integers and understanding of the concept of negative numbers, which I told you that in negative numbers the number is as much smaller is considered to be as much bigger. And also the concept that I told you previous to that, that while moving from left to right or while moving towards the right side, the numbers are in increasing order, and while moving towards left side, numbers are in decreasing order. These two concepts mutually will help you to understand the representation of integers on number line. Earlier what we used to do, earlier we used to that if we have a number line, then we used to write the numbers like this on the number line: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this we used to write the numbers, right? So it means we used to represent the numbers like this on the number line, and we used to start the number line from 0 in the case of positive numbers. But if we are talking about the integers, in which we have negative numbers, positive numbers also, so how we will represent the number line? As you can see here that I have a number line which is integer number line. So you can see that 0 is represented in the center of the line. We have drawn a straight line and we have written 0 exactly in the middle of the line. And as we all know, as I have told you in a very elaborative manner, that while moving towards right, the numbers are increasing. So we write all the positive numbers in an increasing order towards the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the same way, as we all know that numbers which are negative are written in which order? In decreasing order. So how we are writing it? -1, -2, -3, -4, and so on. Moving on, it will go on up to endlessly, -5, -6. And as I have told you that in negative numbers, the number which is as much big is considered to be as much small. So it means -1 is bigger, -2 is smaller, -3 is more smaller, -4 is more smaller. So it means what? That while moving towards left, the numbers are decreasing because -1 is bigger than -2. -2 is bigger than -3. -3 is bigger than -4. So it's very clear to you that numbers are written in decreasing order while moving towards left side. It's clear to you? So this is how we represent the integers on the number line. We write 0 in the center of the line, and then in the right side, as we know that we write the number in an increasing order. So we write 1, 2, 3 in this side, and in the left hand side, while moving towards left, as we know that numbers are in decreasing order, so we write in the reversed order: -1, -2, -3, and -4, and so on it goes on. So this is the way to represent the integers on the number line. So in the end, I would just like to summarize everything what I have told you, that we have learned about natural numbers which starts from 1 and goes on up to infinity, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The whole numbers which starts from 0 and goes up to infinity. And then we comes to integers. In integers we include the positive integers. In integers we include the negative integers. In integers we also include 0. So integers consist of negative integers, 0, and positive integers. And 0 is an integer, but it is neither positive and nor negative. And about the negative integers, I have told you that the number which is as much big is considered to be as much small. Like -5 is smaller than minus of 4. Like -10 is smaller than minus of 9. Like minus of 15 is smaller than minus of 14. So in minus, the bigger number is the smaller number and the smaller number is bigger number. And in the end, I have told you that how to represent the numbers on the number line. On the number line, we write 0 in the center, and in the right hand side in an increasing orders we write all the positive integers like 1, 2, 3, 4 in an increasing order. And in the left hand side, in the decreasing order, we write the number as -1, -2, -3, -4, and so on. So this is the way to write the integers. Starting from the left hand side, we write the numbers as -5, -4, -3, -2, -1. Then comes the 0, and after 0 again we start the positive numbers starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is about integers, the basics of integer, the introduction to the integers. So students, that's all for today. Please watch this video again and again, clear all the concepts so that in the next video you may not have any problem regarding the solving of the questions and the further concepts. So keep practicing, keep revising. Have a good day.